Hi students. Yes, today we are going to continue with optical isomerism. So in this optical isomerism, we are going to discuss the organic compounds or compounds which is rotating the plane polarized line. Okay, actually which having the organic compound having same molecular formula and also having same physical as well as chemical properties, but only the different the compounds rotates clockwise or anti-clockwise, rotates clockwise or anti-clockwise plane polarized light, plane polarized light. Okay, what do you mean plane polarized light? See, if you take normal light, that is divergent light. It may when a divergent light, that means normal light, if you take, it will scattered all direction. This is called divergent light. Okay, if you pass this light through the Nigel prism, it will accelerate in particular direction. That is only called plane polarized light. Okay, this plane polarized light may be rotated by some organic compounds. They are called optical isomers. This process is called optical isomerism. One organic compound we are taking, this organic compound rotates the plane polarized right towards clockwise or anti-clockwise. That compounds are said to be optical isomers. This process is called optical isomerism. Right? Here, the certain organic compound rotates the plane polarized right towards plane polarized light towards clockwise. We can say they are dextrorotatory. It can be denoted with plus or D. If the plane polarized light is rotated towards anti-clockwise, what will happen? This is called levorotatory. It can be denoted with minus symbol or small l. Okay. Then enantiomers. What is enantiomers? If you take some organic compound, they are having non-superimposable mirror image. Okay. If you take mirror image, it is not coincide. Okay. Right. Enantiomer. So enantiomers means what? A same organic compound may have isomeric form. Isomeric form means same molecular formula, different structure. Because of that, one form may dextrorotatory, another form may be the levorotatory. If you take equal amount of D and L, that mixture is called enantiomer. The mixture of that solution or compounds called enantiomer. This process is known as enantiomerism. Right? Here, the mirror image of this compound, they are non-superimposable. What is non-superimposable? First tell me what is superimposable. See, this is one format. If you take a mirror image of this one, okay, it should be coincide means that is superimposable. Suppose its mirror image comes like that, which is not superimposable, they are not coincide correctly, that is called non-superimposable. Okay, right. See, glucose, which rotates the plane polarized light towards clockwise direction, we can say textorotatory, right? So the textorotatory means we can say these compounds are optically active. So optically active means what? It should have certain condition. Any organic compound, if you say they are optically active, you should follow two rules. One is the carbon attached with the 4 valency. It is differently attached. That means the 4 valency of carbon should satisfied with a different group of atoms, or groups are different atoms, right? So that carbon is called asymmetric carbon or chiral carbon, right? So chiral or asymmetric carbon is a first condition for the compound should be the optically active. Then second, if you take mirror image of this one, how do you take mirror image? We will get B, C, D, A, C. It should be non-superimposable. How? If you keep this in same manner, see, without rotation, if you take and apply, it will not coincide. It is different. That is only called a non-superimposable mirror image. Non-superimposable mirror image it should have. One optical active compound should have two conditions. One should be chiral carbon, another should be non-superimposable mirror image. What are the compounds are having these two conditions? They are called chiral carbon or chiral compound. This process is called, this property is called chirality, or we can say dissymmetry. Okay. Next we are going to learn the new topic, detection of elements. Detection means we are going to find. Okay, we will say detective. Okay, detection. See, certain chemicals you will receive, you have to find what elements are present in that compound. How will you find? We need certain test. That only we are going to do now. Yes, usually organic compound means what are the elements be present? Carbon must, hydrogen, some heteroatom, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, halogens may present. Now one by one we are going to detect, or we are going to learn how to find that element in the compounds. First we are going to detect carbon and hydrogen. Detection of carbon and hydrogen. See, if you take any organic compound, right? If you confirm one compound having carbon as well hydrogen, we can say that is organic compound. Okay. Except carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, all organic compound having hydrogen and carbon. Okay. So we are going to simultaneously confirm carbon and hydrogen by copper oxide test. What's the name of test? Copper oxide test. For this test, what do you want to do? You have to take organic compound. That organic compound with three times of dry copper oxide. 3 times of copper oxide. It is in dry condition if you take. We have to grind it well. Together we want to grind. After grinding, you should heat with thin glass tube. Okay, fitted thin glass tube. Actually, it is given like hard glass test tube. Hard glass test tube. Okay, we have to keep it, and also we want to fit that hard glass tube. You have to fit with a delivery tube, bent delivery tube. If that tube is immersed in the solution of milk of lime water. What are things we have taken? Organic compound, trace times of copper oxide. Organic compound with 3CuO. Then we can heat, right? If you heat, what will happen? That copper will undergo reduction reaction, so the compound will undergo oxidation. So the compounds will give oxidized product. Is there carbon? How it will oxidize? It becoming carbon dioxide with copper. Is there hydrogen? It will form water. H2O. Right? Simply one copper will come. See, so we got CO2. When the CO2 reaches that lime water, the lime water becoming milky. So we can confirm, yes, carbon dioxide will turns the lime water into milky. So we can confirm there is carbon. Then how you separate this water? The water can be condensed by cooling the surface of the test tube, right? Then if you add dry copper sulfate or anhydrous copper sulfate, that is colorless. If you add with water, becoming blue color with 5 moles of water. Yes, copper sulfate without water, colorless, with water, blue color. So copper sulfate will absorb this water. Anhydrous copper sulfate will give hydrated copper sulfate, become blue color. Blue color appears means we can confirm there is hydrogen. Now we have confirmed carbon as well as hydrogen. Next, reduction of nitrogen. How will you confirm nitrogen? Okay, we will confirm or detect nitrogen. We have to take the special type of reagent, that is Lejene's test or Lejene's extract we have to prepare. Usually we want to convert the organic compounds into sodium salt of ions. Ions of sodium salt we have to convert. For this purpose, we have to prepare this Lejene extract. How will you prepare? You have to take the piece of sodium with a folded filter paper, because empty if you keep, it will catch the fire with oxygen. Then sodium is taken. We have to heat. Then it becoming red hot. We have to take fusion tube. That means small test tube, right? After becoming red hot, you have to add the organic compound. Again, if you heat, it becoming globe like shining. Then we have to take that hot tube should be broken into 50 ml of distilled water. Then the substance as well as the bottom of the test tube we have to break and we have to grind. That solution we have to heat up to 10 minutes. Okay. Then that solution is filtrated. That filtrated solution or filtrate only called this Lejene's extract. Are you clear with this one, my dear students? How will you prepare the Lejene's extract? We have prepared that Lejene's extract. Okay. By using this, we can separate nitrogen or detect nitrogen, sulfur, as well as the other one, nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur. Okay, halogen. Nitrogen, sulfur, halogen, we can prepare. We can confirm or detect. First, test for nitrogen. By using this Lejene's extract, we are going to detect that nitrogen. So, the compound, if you have organic compound with nitrogen, that should be converted into cyanide compound. That organic compound, X we can say. It should be converted into cyanide compound. For that we are adding sodium with C, right? So that organic compound having nitrogen, you take this nitrogen. Now it's becoming sodium cyanide. The nitrogen comes from the organic compound. Which organic compound we have taken, right? So how will you prepare this one? We have to take the sodium cyanide compound, we have to convert, followed by we have to add with freshly prepared ferrous sulfate, FeSO4. So FeSO4 with freshly prepared means it's becoming FeOH thrice. Becoming FeOH thrice. Along with that, if you add HCl, it will give FeCl3. This equation and all not given in your book. Okay. Right. Now we got sodium cyanide as well as FeCl3. Now we can see the reaction, how the reaction is taking out. Okay. The first reaction, as usual, sodium cyanide will form NaCN, not N. Then we can treat with the freshly prepared ferrous sulfate, and also we are using to dissolve the FeCO3 with NaOH. So what will form? FeOH thrice will form, along with that sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. SO4 with this, we can take 2 moles. 2 NaOH, here also 2 only, FeOH twice. Right. Now we got that FeOH twice, that becoming what? Blue color. By using these two reactions, we are going to prepare another intermediate. What is that? 6 moles of sodium cyanide with iron hydroxide. We will get complex like product Na4 4 times. Okay. Then remaining we have FeCN 6 times. Now what are the remaining? 2 Na is left out, the hydroxide group, so 2 NaOH. Now we will sodium ferrocyanide or sodium ferrocyanide we got. That sodium ferrocyanide further react with FeCl3. Already I told you, no, with FeOH thrice, if you add HCl, it will give FeCl3. So this compound is treated with 3 moles of sodium ferrocyanide is treated with iron chloride. Now what will happen? It is nothing but Persian blue or Persian green color precipitate. That is nothing but Fe4. 4 times 3 plus 1, 4 times. Then we have to take sodium cyanide and also totally this complex 3 times, because Fe3 plus with 12 NaCl. This compound only called Persian blue precipitate compound, or it may give green color. Persian blue or green color will form. So by using this, we can confirm we have found or that compound have a what? Nitrogen. If you got these colors, we can confirm nitrogen is present in that. In case we have some doubt, sir, nitrogen present as well as sulfur also present, right? Both present in an organic compound means we'll get some different compound with red blood color. See, only nitrogen present means we'll get Persian blue color or green color. Suppose both nitrogen and sulfur present means we'll get another type of reaction. What is that? Sodium cyanide, and also we have sulfur, Now sodium thiocyanide will form, NCNS. Okay. Sodium thiocyanide sulfide. It is reacted with FeCl3, iron chloride. What will be the product? Product is nothing but ferrothiocyanate, CnS, 3 times, along with 3 NaCl. So both nitrogen sulfur pressure means we'll get another type of product. It will give blood red color. What will be the color of this compound? Blood red color. Ferrothiocyanate, or we can say ferric sulfocyanide. Ferric sulfocyanide gives red blood color. Now we are going to see test for sulfur. Sulfur alone. So nitrogen over, nitrogen with sulfur over. Now test for sulfur alone. The organic compound present having only sulfur element. Okay. As usual, we are going to take small amount of Legion's extract. Along with that, we have to use sodium nitroprusside solution. What solution we have to add for sulfur? Sodium nitroprusside. If you add this compound, we will get some complex product. It will give violet or purple color precipitate. If you got violet or purple color, we can confirm that compound having sulfur. So what is the chemical reaction? Here, sodium sulfide, that sulfide compound with, see, usually sodium with nitrogen means we'll take sodium cyanide. With sulfur becoming sodium sulfide. The sodium sulfide is treated with sodium nitroprusside. So that is nothing but CN5-1NO. This compound only called sodium nitroprusside. Here Na2. Sodium nitroprusside. This compound is treated with Na2S, sodium sulfide. So it will give some violet color. So what will be the product? See the product similar like previous one. Na4, then FeCN 5 times. Here NO is taking sulfur. This compound formation only gives violet color or purple color precipitate. Okay. This also called sodium nitroprusside. Sorry, this only called sodium nitroprusside. This complex compound name they didn't give, simply they are telling violet color, purple color complex compound will form. This is one test to confirm sulfur. So we have one more test also. We can take another test for sulfur confirmation. So we can take the mixture of acetic acid and lead acetate. So along with lesson its extract, we have to take acetic acid, then lead acetate. How do you write lead acetate? COOBB. Acetic acid with lead acetate, if you mix with Legion's extract, what will happen? It will react with sodium sulfide. Lead sulfide will form. You will get sodium acetate. Because of formation of BBS, it will produce black color precipitate. In this test, if you get black color precipitate, we can say sulfur is confirmed. Right? Previous one we will get violet color. Here we will get black color. Next, one more test we have for sulfur. That is oxidation state test. We can keep it that organic compound, that is Na2S with sodium carbonate potassium nitrate, which is acting as an oxidizing agent. So sodium sulfide with Na2CO3 on oxidation with 3 moles of oxygen, because this is acting as a sodium potassium nitrate acting as a oxidizing agent, so it will undergo oxidation. Now we will get sodium sulfate Na2S4 oxygen. Here you take 3, one more Na2SO4. So what are the remaining? We have 2 sodium as well as CO2. Actually here simply we are taking sulfur alone. For the second oxidation state, we are taking the compound as a sulfur. Sulfur present in the compound, we are not converting into sodium sulfide. Now Na2SO4 will form remaining CO2, right? Then we are going to finish with another compound. What is that? The sodium sulfate not giving any precipitate. For that we are going to add barium chloride. So if you add barium chloride, it will give white precipitate because of formation of barium sulfate. Barium sulfate will form white precipitate with 2 NaCl. So white precipitate in this test or black precipitates in the previous one, violet precipitate in the first one, confirm sulfur. Now the test for halogens, because organic compounds may have the halogens also, right? Halogen means we have to take this Lejeune extract. We can add some nitric acid, gently we can heat. After that we should add silver nitrate, right? We will get some precipitate. If you get curdy white precipitate, we can confirm chlorine is present. Halogen itself we have different elements, you know, chlorine. If you get pale yellow color, if you get the precipitate pale yellow color, it confirms bromine. And also if you get dark yellow color, we can say iodine is present. So within one test we can confirm all the halogen by observing different precipitate. White means chlorine, pale yellow means bromine, dark yellow means iodine. What type of reaction may take place? That sodium halide is reacting with silver nitrate. This silver halide will form AgX with NaNO3. The place of X may be present. First one, chlorine will form white color. Second, AgBr formed means pale yellow color. Iodine, AgI means it will form dark yellow color, right? So at last we are going to take test for nitrogen or sulfur with halogen. Now halogen alone we have found. Halogen alone present means this test enough. But the compound having halogen, any one halogen as well as nitrogen or sulfur. Suppose nitrogen present means with the halogen we have to follow one test. Sulfur present means another test we have to follow, right? For this we have to convert this nitrogen. Is there nitrogen means we want to convert cyanide. Is there sulfur means we have to convert into sodium sulfide. Then we can add with AgNO3. So this is the procedure to find the nitrogen and the sulfur along with the halogen. Now what type of reaction will take place? Here first the Lejeune extract we have to always boil with HNO3. Here also we have to take Lejeune extract with HNO3. Lejeune extract only having this NaCN as well as Na2S. Okay. So if you take NaCN with HNO3, what will happen? It will produce sodium nitrate, NaNO3. Then what's the remaining? Cn. That Cn along with this hydrogen, because NaNO3 is gone, HCl. Hydrogen cyanide will form. In case Na2S, if you take same, H2S will form plus HNO3. Here 2 Na2 is there, so take 2 HNO3, 2 NO3, 2 Na becoming 2 NaNO3. What are the remaining? Sulfur with 2 hydrogen, H2S will form. So by observing HCl and H2S, we can confirm is that halogen along with cyanide or sulfur. Okay, right. As usual, we got this HCl, and H2S. We can add silver nitrate with HCl. If you add silver nitrate, what will happen? AgCl, silver cyanide with HNO3 will form. In case sulfur is present, means it will form Ag2S with HNO3. Right? 2 HNO3. So now the silver cyanide will give white precipitate. As usual, sulfide means black precipitate will form. Already we know that Ag2S means black color precipitate will form. So halogen along with nitrogen or sulfur present means we have to follow different test. Right? At last, we are going to confirm or detect the phosphorus. How will you confirm that phosphorus present? Here also Lejeun's reaction is reagent is taken along with sodium carbonate and potassium nitrate. Then the compound is converted into sodium phosphate. Phosphorus present means we have to convert into sodium phosphate. This mixture is mixed with sodium phosphate compound, and also the residue is treated with HNO3. See, first